This is Jerica, Daybreak Stitcher, coming to you with Flosstube episode number 2. And it's mostly just going to be a recap. I'm going to explain as much as I can about my weekend at Jacob-Palooza. I have so much stuff. There's no order. This is my second time trying to film. The first time was just, I was all over the place and I still left so much stuff out. So I'm not going to focus on how long this is going to be. I'm just going to try to get through everything and to express my appreciations to everyone. I appreciate so much the support from all of my subscribers and the people who've watched my video and commented. I absolutely could not be happier. I am so thankful for all of your support. With that being said, let's get into what happened on the weekend. So I'm about a week late, but I made it, y'all. Okay, so first off, I was so excited because I was invited to sit at the table with my friend Jan Hicks and Maria Kutzner and Teal, and I got to sit with Michelle, and I will get to their Instagram names because they are so good. Okay, let me start at the beginning. Okay, so there's Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates. There is Maria Kutzner, Maria.Kutzner on Instagram. And then there's Michelle, Knotted Owl, Catherine, which is Paper Crane Stitches, and Shiloh, X Stitch MD, hi, and Candice, oh my goodness, she can knit her butt off. You should watch her Flosstube, Miss Candice. I can so make that. Ooh, okay, and I'm also looking down because I need guidance, y'all. Okay. Okay, so let's get started with some of the things. When I first got to, our first day was pretty it's so exciting. I mean, everything was happening right in front of me. I got to see, Kerri, who was dyeing all the floss for Evertote. Kerri, yeah. And then there's Daniel. He's so full of heart. He's so amazing. Hannah, it's just Floss Boss Hannah, girl, you are amazing. And then Caroline, she is the most. And I mean that with so much respect and love. You are my friend, okay? So then, what do we get into? First day, we got to pick our seats. And just if you watched Shiloh X Stitch MD's last Flosstube episodes, yeah, she spoke the truth. We sat at the door, near the door, so we seen all the stuff, and some stuff kept pulling me and talking to me, and then we were buying stuff, and then we were showing each other stuff, and then I'm like, I want that stuff, and it was so great. It was so amazing. I am so thrilled. I actually made sure that I left there with no regrets. Okay, it was great. So we actually went to a store right before everything really got started with Jacob-Palooza. We went to Stitch It Central. I might have that name wrong. I'll try to correct it if I did. And we got some fabric. We got to see some things. Let me show you some of the fabric that I got, and then we'll get into Jacob-Palooza because that's so much easier. Okay. All right. So some of the fabrics that I found at Stitch It Central is, some of it's actually kitted up actually, but these are the ones that are just open, so I'm going to get to these first, and then this is also my way of trying to resort everything back out. Okay, so this was one of the pieces that I got. This is called Valor. It's 40 count, and it has kind of a green hint to it. Lots of modeling. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I did have my Autumn Rose finish that was on a yellow with all that modeling on it, and it really did look good. So I'm thinking either Christmas Rose or I don't know, something. We'll figure it out when the time gets there, right? Here's another one. Actually, this one is Velt, I think, and look at it. It's a 40 count, but look at all the natural in it. Oh, it kind of looks like the Grand Canyon caves and stuff. Like, I could so do something really nice on this one. It's a little bit dark. But you know, you get the gist of it. It's got some nice earthy, rocky, cavey kind of colors to it, you know what I mean? So I got some of those. There's some more. We'll get to the kitted stuff later. All right, so then we finally got to the beginning of Jacob-Palooza. We learned so much stuff. I think, okay, I'm just gonna show you the stuff instead of talking about it because it's so much easier. I'm gonna start in my stack. Okay, it's out of order. Forgive me. I'll get better. I will get better. But one thing that we did get as a part of our kits for going to the retreat is you could choose 2 different kits. One was like it's like a big sampler, and one was the Friendship Quaker sampler. And so I picked the In Friendship sampler, and I did pick Phthalo Red as the floss color. And it says actually from here in the center, from JDG to CH, which is Jacob and Caroline from Evertote. So I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna put that it's from me. I'm gonna put that on there because I mean, basically, indirectly, he gave one to me, right? And everyone else, but to me. So I got that started, and I did get the color Phthalo Red, which is this really nice variegated. You can kind of see some of the different variegations just in that loop there, and just enough to make it so rich. So this is as far as I got. I still have my needle in here. Might as well just finish pulling that through. And here's where I'm at. I still have a little bit up here, but today I wanted to finish connecting that, and then I'll take a little break. But I was actually, yeah, if you did watch Shiloh's video, I did take a picture of her gridding so that way I could get like my wording positioned right. And I do. She knows me so well by now. I would have actually continued to stitch her and her husband's initials in there because I wouldn't have been thinking too much. But I'm gonna keep it focused. I'm gonna keep it focused. So I will have actually Jacob's initials and then 2 and then mine initials down there because I got to. I can't help it. But it's so pretty, so nice. This is probably the accurate color right there. Almost there. I'm probably about halfway mark is right here, so not too much to go. I think if I dedicate like another like 3 or 4 days to it, I could probably have it finished. But so I did that. I started that. When I was in the airport heading to Jacob-Palooza, I did actually start something of Jan Hicks because I needed her opinion on it. She did have this, I don't have the cover of it right now, but oh, here it is right here. Okay, so I needed her opinion on something because this is probably my second time attempting to start this again because the other colors I couldn't find the right match. But this is Jan Hicks's Palace of the Winds. So I just didn't want it to be in your typical colors. I've seen it in this pink, red, and then I seen it in green and blue. And I kind of wanted to go with a slightly different approach. Hold on, I just dropped something. I might edit that out if I can edit. Well, no. So I wanted it to be in more earthier, richer tones. So I chose a darker, a light. This is PR white, and this is NPI black. And then I have like this rose gold for the middle, like the in-between for this. And so this is what I was able to start stitching. I got a little bit done, but I think I'm gonna have to frog that out because that's in the wrong place. But this is how much, so I do see some really good color coming through. This is a 40 count River Gum by Fox and Rabbit. And I like it. I like this. I like this. So that was one new start for the day. I met with my friend Michelle, who is Knotted Owl. on Instagram. She is amazing. She's a very interesting stitcher. She does tiny stitches like 28 count 1/1 and all the fun little things, but she's also an amazing knitter. And so when we met, she brought me a gift, and it is this yarn. What? It sparkles. It has sparkle in it. I'm gonna, like, you know, do the thing where you twist it up into like a little thing, and then it'll be way more manageable. And after I finish working on my cowl, I just posted about, I'm gonna show it to you anyway because I have it right here. I started with this cowl. So I was with Shiloh, we were at Stitch It Central, and I picked up this, and with the guidance of Shiloh and Michelle, we've come to, you know, and help from my neighbor friend Ruth. She actually started this rid, this part on the bottom here, and then my terminology will grow with experience, right? And so this is as far as I got knitted, but that's still a part of my haul. But anyway, I said it was out of order. You've been warned. So, while, you know, with most things when you go to a retreat, there are people who leave gifts for everyone at the table, and you know, you get up and you come back and there's like more gifts, and you don't really know who did these things. So for those of you, if you see something that I'm holding up, like, please reach out so I can like really thank you properly, because these gifts are not simple to me. These take time and energy. Like this, for instance. Someone had left this at my table, and look at this. This has to be like, you know, 28 count 1/1, but look at this, and it's fully finished. Like, look at that. And it's got a cute little hanging thing that's all made of beads. It's just so pretty. If you made this, thank you so much. I really appreciate you thinking of me. I mean, everyone else too, but I got one, so you thought of me too, right? Okay, moving on. So, on top of that, you know, oh, actually, you know what I can do is I can show you the finishes that I said I brought with me to the retreat. I did hang the one framed piece already back on my wall, so I will eventually do, I'll bring some down probably in the next episode or the other one after that to show you what I've done and have already framed already. But for what I did not have framed yet, but I still took with me, I'll show you those finishes. So this one right here was, well, this is called Kindness and Fortitude by Jacob-Palooza Folk Embroidery. I have it in NPI silks. Let me see if I can pull all the information up for you, but this is a 40 count. Actually, let me pull it up here really quick so that way it makes it so much easier for me to tell you what everything is. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this one is Kindness and Fortitude, obviously, and it is Silks for You PR 137, and this is stitched on a 40 count russet from Fabric Flair. And so I had this finished probably like a couple months ago in this green, and I was inspired to use the green because of St. Patrick's Day. There was a sampler that came out that was absolutely gorgeous, and it was stitched with a green floss, and I wanted something not quite like that, but it was still pretty, and I really liked the green in there. So it was the green that was speaking to me more than the pattern itself. So I used a green and stitched Kindness and Fortitude with it. The next one that I took was, this one's called Lots of Love, and me and Michelle, Knotted Owl, we started this together as a SAL, and I took it to Jacob-Palooza because I finished it in time. So this is Lots of Love. This is on a 36 count Dove's Tail by Forbidden Fiber Co. And this is two flosses. This is PR 034 for the solid color, And the variegated color is the Gentle Arts. It's called Red Grape. And I stitched it 1/2 because I'm not good at 1/1 stitches. I will get better, but I don't know. We'll find out. All right, the last one that I had completed for Jacob-Palooza, which I didn't really complete it for Jacob-Palooza, but I finished it last year, was this one here. This is not a mystery fabric, but it is the Georgian Boutique by Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery. And this is where like Shiloh and I kind of giggle a little bit about, because right here, this little boo-boo was because I was stitching it and doing a thing, got into it, and then realized that it was Jacob's initials that I was stitching. So I had to take it out, and I didn't want to put initials in there, but then like the floss dye won't come out. So we have some ideas. Jacob gave me some ideas, and my table mates gave me some ideas, so I'm just going to merge them all together and do some fun stuff with this before I call it a finish. But this is on Mrs. Sada's Silks. It's called Love, and Jan Hicks had actually gifted it to me last year for Stitch West in 2022. So I had to, and I already had a little bit more, so I had enough to finish this. Isn't it so cool? Georgian Boutique. And the reason why I brought it, even though I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with it, was because I hadn't really seen too many people stitching it. So why not? Alrighty, so moving forward into more things. I got quite a number of new starts. So we had the Jan Hicks start, we had the In Friendship start, and now we have what is called Think Twice, which is it's printout, so forgive the messiness of it, but this is what it looks like. It's called Think Twice, and it's so pretty. I really like how the message inside, because I'm always teaching my kids also to, like, you know, take a second. It won't hurt to take a second to really think about the choices that you have to make that are right in front of you, because, you know, you might regret it. So with my youngest son, he's 2.5, and I kind of want to keep that message in him as well. And so I have a new start, and I think he might like it because it's going in his room. I got a new start because I'm using a very variegated floss. I'm using PR1. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. So this is called Think Twice, and I'm using MPI Silks, not MPI Silks, it's Silks for You, and it's PR191, and this is what it looks like. Got all these different colors in it, just so pretty. You wonder how this looks stitched up, right? I'm gonna show you. And this is also doing 1X at a time, so you can get like the proper, you know. So this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can put something up behind it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I started at the bottom, and I'm gonna work my way up, but this is what it looks like. So I'm very excited about how the rest of it's gonna shine on it. But I think it's gonna still look very, very pretty, very meaningful and age appropriate at the same time, right? So we got that. That was a new start at Jacob-Palooza. And this is the Hank PR191. It's crazy. I love it. Okay, so I started that one, and I was also meaning to start another one there, which I think I may start. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. But I have another start that I started at Jacob-Palooza. This was also one of the other options for the for your kit, which I didn't choose it, but then when I seen it, and then I seen other people stitching it, they got me. Oh, This is, we're gonna call this T and J. No, T and G. T, not T and J. T and G. Also signed by Jacob. This is the Tier J and Gert J. I'm so sorry. The Frisian mother and daughter sampler. The mother started it and then the daughter finished it over a long period of time. So I'm really very excited about getting down in this, but I think this is going to be fun learning. We learned these alphabets and how to personalize like your things using those alphabets. So I got that. I got the floss pack. It's not totally wrecked yet, but as you can tell, I like using long strands. So it's gonna be wrecked by the time I get done with this. And here's my new start progress. Oh, and you know how I said in my first video that I normally like 85% of the time use floss from Stash instead of getting kits? I may have lied, or at least my percentage has went down to about 65% after this, because I can't even help it. Can't help it. So here is my progress on the sampler. Ta-da! You can't see it, but it is stitched there. And that did take me some extra time. But look at the rest of the colors. Look at that gold. Oh, I can't wait. Yay! So I'm going to pull this out and try to get like, you know, significant work in on this. I got the 46 count. I can't remember the name of the fabric, but this looks like it could be something really pretty, but it shows up pretty nice. All the colors really laid nice on it. Let me pull it back. There we go. That's the actual color. So that was another new start. Also with the fundraising that we did for the Nazarene church that's across the street from Evertote. I feel like I'm a part of a very caring and considerate community with us stitchers, because not only did I get the pattern, which I'll put the cover sheet right there so that way you see it because I don't have it, but they also had a floss pack that Jacob actually like pulled the accurate flosses for it. Look at this. Oh. So I have not started it yet, but I do plan on starting it in November because why not? Also, so when I was talking about the alphabet that we were learning how to like personalize, if we ever wanted to personalize an alphabet and we can make it like Frisian style, here is one of the things that we learned. We learned the alphabet, but we also learned the hem stitch. So we got like a special piece of floss, just navy, very pretty, right? And we got a piece of fabric, just a basic white. So typically you would use the same color floss as your fabric, but since we're learning, we use blue so we could see it. And so this is as far as I got. So we learned how to like pull the thread out, which I was impressed that I was able to do that because, you know, I'm kind of a craft handicap, you know. But look, I started doing a hem stitch. It needs a little bit of work because I don't think my tension is tight enough, but I just tried it one time and I did not make it all the way around. Other people have made it all the way around. So when I'm in the right mindset of not being geeked out, sitting at my table with awesomeness and being in a room full of love and talent and excitement and energy, I will then get my tension back. But we got them. We got our little kits in these cute little like thread beds. Look at that pattern. It's so pretty. And then we have these Jacob needle minders. Look at that. That's just perfection. If you don't know it, this is what it is. Perfection right there. And the magnet is really good because I actually use it as like a holder to keep my kit together. Nice. Alrighty. What else is there? Okay, there's so much. There's so much. but we're gonna get through it. Okay, so they also had some discounted like floss for sale, like clearance floss. And so I got, I'm hiding the other ones. Okay, so I got these floss right here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but I think it shouldn't be hard to find something to coordinate with these colors. This lighter one is Sandcastle, and this lighter blue is Minty Fresh, and this is Blue Lagoon. I think I could find something really refreshing to put these colors with. But until then, they stay on my cute little holder, and you know, I'll pull them out when I'm ready for them. Going back to just wonderful gifts that that people were just leaving at the table, was one. It's a part of a set, so I'm gonna have to wait for the set to show up, but this is also one of Maria. Maria, what is your handle? It is maria.kutzner on Instagram. She made this thread bed. I have like some goodies in here. Some extra needle minders. Another Jacob-Palooza one. Yay! It's so cool. Let's see if I can get it better. There we go. I got one of those. I got a Roxy. Let's see, come here. It's a parrot. But then I'm silly because, you know, I don't like making decisions when I'm excited. So I got a matte one that was just monochrome of the same Roxy parrot. So I have them all in my thread bed holder right now with my little magnets from Maria. I'm going to put them all together so that way they're not separated, because you know they get lonely when they're not together. Okay, so another thing that I got from Evertote, and this was on the second day, so I'm going to be jumping around. Just forgive me, please. I will get organized when I don't have so much to share, okay? All right, so I got another thread bed from Evertote, and this one has coffee rings on it, and it's like the ultimate thread bed. It's got pockets, it's got multiple pages of thread opportunities, and more pockets. I couldn't let it go. And then Lori from My Crazy Life was there. So I had to show my support and got one of her little Stitcher planners for 2024. And then she brought over some very cool stickers. Keep me organized, Lori. Please keep me organized. Get me organized. And then I'll try to keep organized. Okay. So along with doing the fundraisers, there were a few other patterns that they were selling that were, most of the proceeds were going toward providing like supplies like clothing and food for the Nazarene Church to support the community. So there are a couple patterns here. They fell on the floor. I'm gonna grab them real quick. Okay, so some of the patterns that I got were I might mispronounce this, so I'm just going to spell it A10 AIO 1844. This one was a part of the charity, and I picked out a fabric for it from Stitch It Central, 36 count. I'm not exactly 100% sure who the dyer is, they don't have it on here, but I'm assuming that it might be Picture This Plus, maybe? I don't know. It's a pretty color. I haven't picked out the floss for it yet, but that is one that I'm going to start probably in January. I got, oh, what is this called? Sing After the Storm, because it is really pretty after the storm. All those pretty colors. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I've never stitched a bird like this before. They're gonna get me trying some new stuff. Maximum cross stitcher. I couldn't help it because I've been eyeballing this up since like before I even went to the retreat. This is called the Swan at River House, but instead of using this fabric, I'm going to use this floss with this fabric. Boom! I believe this is called Cherry Cobbler, and it is from Roxy Floss. But then also, since I'll have extra from this fabric, after stitching that, I decided to, well, I didn't decide. I knew something was calling me, and Caroline from Evertote had helped me out because she found a floss that she had already paired with this that she wants to do a monochromatic piece with, or at least like use it on this fabric, and it's called Afternoon Tea. So, of course, I had to grab some afternoon tea with my cherry cobbler. What? I'm gonna do something and it's gonna be fun. All right, so then my friend Michelle from Knotted Owl and I are gonna stitch this. I believe she already got started on it, but I'm not gonna start it yet because I gotta finish some stuff. I'm up to like 24 whips. I can't get overwhelmed. I'm gonna try to finish some things. We'll see. I do plan on starting some things in November, so we'll get to that in my next video. Okay. All right, another maximum cross stitcher that design that I wanted, pattern that I wanted was this one here. And there's always room because I do say that with my house, my kids. You can always come home if you need to. So I have it already kitted already because I'm noticing a lot of colors. Aren't they pretty? Like, ooh, look at that. Look at these golds. Oh, yellow's my favorite color. I'm not too sure about this fabric that I picked for it. It's Ancient Chestnut. And I'm not sure. There you go. It's a little bit more sandy than I think might work for it, but I don't know. We'll see. But it's already kitted. So I might change my mind once I get started. Who knows? All right. Moving on. So, Kerri from Evertote, from Roxy Floss Co, did me the honor of picking out the floss for a pattern that I picked up from my friend Jen Hicks of Jen Hicks Creates. So I got this one, this pattern here. It's called Huntington Hall. Oh, look at those birds on the corners. Like, what? Them little butterflies. Look at that. Like, I should have taken it out of the wrapper, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. You see that? One of her newest patterns she just came out with, and I don't even understand how she can just do some amazing stuff like this. But Kerri did an amazing job with picking out the floss that I would need for this in a conversion to Roxy Floss Co. I am so geeked. I'm so geeked. I believe this is it, right? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 and 8. All right. So here's the colors that she picked for this, so you can see. I think this might be the fabric for it too. Let me check. Yeah, so here it is. Here's the fabric and the floss. It's gonna be so fun. This is a big one, but you know, it's gonna be so fun. I think it's gonna go pretty fast because it has like just motifs and stuff, and those can be really, really, really easy to get through. All right, what else? Moving forward, I have a whole stack here, so I'm just going down the stack. Another Jan Hicks pattern that I picked up was Florographica 2. It's hydrangeas, and it's a part of a 4-part series. And I think one of them already came out, so I have to get that one too, but I want to stitch this first. It'll end up being like in 4 blocks of different flowers. So this is part 1, and then they have part 2, 3, and 4. So I pulled floss for it because I like those colors. She used Cottage Garden threads for it, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use Roxy Floss. I think it's safe to put that one down now. And Kerri also did a pulled floss for it. So these 3, I just have to pick one. So it's these 4 colors, and then I'll pick one of these to go with it, and I might have to get more of these because I don't think one skein is enough for all of it. But this linen is a 36 count. What is it called? Barb's Blend. I believe these are Pictureless Plus, but I want to say it's something else maybe. I don't know. But it's just a natural color. Nice light color. That should show up. All the colors should show up well on it. One of the other patterns that Shiloh of XHMD enabled me to get was Eddie and Patsy from Maximum Cross Stitch. I think she told me which one it was. If you watch her video, you'll see who's who, because I want to say this is Patsy, but I might be totally wrong. Okay, so I'm going to stitch this. I haven't got the floss for it yet, but I'm going to use this blue, one of a kind, Roxy floss for this. Yeah, I think it's going to be so pretty. I'm going to be really nervous though, because that's something I haven't done before either. I've really grown. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to be, a better stitcher, or at least not to be so scared to try new things. Multiple colors. We'll see. All right, so this is another Maximum Cross Stitch Ellen Reed. This is September's Revenge that a lot of people have already finished because they stitched it as a stitch along in September. And I was pulled into it, but I knew I wanted to grab it when I got up there for Jacob-Palooza. So I got it. And then not only did I get it, but I got the floss pack. Who am I? What? September's Revenge. All the colors. And I got a 46 count, one of a kind fabric. Oh, that's right. So I'm gonna have fun. That's pretty close to like a good color of fabric. I'm gonna have fun with this. This is gonna be, this one I think I'm gonna really enjoy, but I'm probably not gonna start it yet. I don't know. I might start it because there's no September in the pattern, so I can just maybe use the hashtag maybe. I don't know, we'll see. One of the other of Jacob's patterns that was most of the proceeds were going to charity was Love Gains. And I really wasn't going to get this because I was already working on so many Quakers, but it's Love Gains. So I also found a hank of Roxy. It's called Mysterious. No. Yeah, Mysterious. And as you can see from the colors, there it is. This is what it looks like. All those colors, the lights, the darks, the purples, the blues, the grays, it all looks so nice. And I found a really icy, very, very cold blue linen from Stitch It Central to stitch it on. That goes really well, complements that hank. So that's already kitted up and ready to go. I just have to start it, right? But then, and oh, Catherine, Catherine Paper Crane Stitches. She's so fast. She already has this stitched up and done. So I might jump on this for November. This has got the Morbs. This was inspired by Marumi Designs when Jacob was watching, streaming through his social media and saw her post that she's got the Morbs. So he designed something for her. And we all love it because we all have these moments, right? Deep down inside. I'm kind of feeling it myself. But I got a Hank to go with it. I'm obsessed with Hanks. I always have a fear of running out. You know, not a fear of losing it, missing out. It's running out. I don't know where that came from. Shiloh, yeah, I need therapy maybe. But I got the Verland floss. Hank, isn't it chocolatey? I don't know why. I always thought that this was more of a dark gray, but no, it's very brown. And I got from Stitch It Central a 40 count mallow, which is a nice, like, kind of oatmeal-y, kind of flax color. But I got it, and it's so pretty. And so I'm using both of those to stitch. Got the Morbs. So got that already kitted and ready to go. I might actually start that in November too. We will see. So with going to Evertote, and oh, I also need to give thanks. Okay, Pam, Miss Pam from Pamsy's Stitches on Instagram. Her Etsy shop, you can follow the link as soon as you go to her Instagram, because it's like PNB Making Memories is her Etsy shop name, and her Instagram is Pammy's Stitches. She helped me to create one of my very first little gifts to pass around at my retreat. So everyone got one at my table, and a few people that I had some left over, I did kind of hand some out. And so I left one for myself because, you know, I want one. So my handler name is on the last, and I'm telling you, Miss Pam and her husband, they work fast, they communicate quick, and I got this super fast. Like, I think it was all done and like, and I had it custom, like I had one piece custom made. So from emailing and talking and actually having it stuff, I think it was maybe what, 2 weeks, maybe less. It was amazing, and I got like quite a few. So Miss Pam, she's amazing. It was so fast, and this quality is amazing. Like, it's so good. All the colors are all the different patterns. Her husband like works with her too, and he just works so fast. They're so friendly. If you need anything, so great. All right, so from also being with Evertote, you know, you can't help it. You gotta get the Evertote bags. So I got one. It's just plain on the inside, but it doesn't matter. Memories. And then I got this one because it's a wedge tote, so I can put like my, you know, knitting stuff in there. Yay! And of course, to match with my thread bed, got my little Notions pouch. So pretty. And I got another Notions pouch. Got it. I got this project bag. It's a big one. And the inside matches the Notions pouch and the thread bag. And last but not least, you got to, you know, went to Tim Hortons. You got to embrace the Java when you need it. It has a lot of health benefits. Alrighty, okay, so if I forgot anything, I'm just gonna like shove it into the next video because, you know, things kind of get crazy when you're trying to like get sorted, right? So one of the other things that I kind of missed out on with September's Revenge, but I also was able to pick up at Jacob-Palooza, was some yarn. And I haven't taken it out of the package because I'll explain. But the first one is the socks. So I did grab the yarn to make a pair of socks. When I learned how to knit socks, I'm ready. But then also, like, Kerri, if you watch like some of her Instagram posts, she's actually doing something very cool with the separated, it's gonna be a little loud, with the separated individual skeins of yarn. She's actually making a shawl, I think, and she's keeping them in this order as she's stitching them. So I think she's already done her rotation in which she went from the blue to the yellow, and she's started back again with this blue color here. And I'm thinking about doing the same thing once I learn a little bit more. But I got them and I'm ready. So I think I have shown everything. I think. If I did not, then I will show it later. I did. I'm missing. Okay. I did miss some stuff. Okay. You know, I'm gonna get better, right? It gets better from here. So with that, I got more fabric because I knew that there were colors that I was just missing from my stash. So I wanted to come in, like, you know, take advantage of it since it was on a table right in front of me. So there was no question as to what color it was going to really be when I got it. And then why pay for shipping when it's right there and I can just get more fabric instead of paying for shipping? So some of these don't have tags on them, but I know that they're anywhere from like 36 to 40 count. So we have this one. It's mystery fabric from Evertote. There you go. Sorry, my son is playing. You know, some of you know. And this one right here. Oh, this is a Coco Loco. Okay, so people, tell me what you think. I have some floss from my little discount ring. And I'm gonna do like a monochromatic with boom schnickety, not this. Boom schnickety. Yes. It's a 36 count Coco Loco with this color floss is called Verd's the word. Verd's the word. So what do you think? I mean, there's like, I have like a couple of ideas. When I find a couple, I'm gonna bring up here and then I'll let you guys decide. So that way I don't have to think so much. Okay. Then, of course, Caroline, they're both stitching on this. And I have a yellow Santa from, I think, Twin Peak Primitives. And I have a green one from, the green one. It's from, oh, it's going to come to me when I pull it up. But I'm going to use that for this. This red is bold. So it needs some bold yellows and bold greens to really bring it out and complement those colors for Christmas. This is another one of a kind. It was an even weave that they had dyed, I think like maybe the same week as Jacob-Palooza. And so they only had a small number, but it's an even weave, one of a kind. It's very, very light blue as well, which I like that because it's not white, but it's just right. So this one right here, I actually got two by mistake. They are both 36 count catnip. Of course, you know, with hand dyed, you kind of get what you get, but I'm still super happy with both of them. So, yay! Can never have too much. You will find something. All right, so this next one here is a 40 count. I don't know what it's, I can't read it, but maybe you can take it out. You can make it. But look at this. I love these. It makes me feel like it's got like life in it, you know? So let's open it up. Like you see? Wow, I like it. I kind of like the veins better than the splotches sometimes, you know? Anyway, so I got that one. I have a 46 count one of a kind. Nice. I like this one. This is very stony, you know? I like this. The modeling is just faint enough for it to really make whatever you stitch on it look so good. All right, the last one here is one that does not have a tag, and that's just floss. Okay, see that? Nice colors. All right, so with that being said, just a quick little scan around, and I think I have everything shown. My time was amazing. I got to sit with my friends and I got to like really appreciate everyone. Jacob was asked a Q&A about how he decides, you know, if a pattern is going to be popular, well received or not. And his answer was that he doesn't pay attention to those things because he wants to focus on getting people's stories told and to share their skills and talents and to share it with everyone. And he wants to design things that he's feeling without any like worry about, you know, economic gain, basically. And I thought that was so amazing because, and humbling, because a lot of us do things in hopes that, you know, we'll gain something instead of more than sharing something. And I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of took a minute to film this, because I learned to feel more and worry less, you know, being around such amazing people. I got to speak with Miss Sheila from Sunshine Stitchers, not Sundown Stitchers, Sunshine Stitchers. And I kind of got to wave at EJ. Hi EJ, if you're watching. I got to meet Miss Deb, who was there for just a short minute. Oh, and this one lady, oh, I can't believe, I'm gonna put her poster, her picture up right here, and her handle, because I kept seeing her face and I couldn't like recognize, like know like where I seen her from. But I remember seeing her smiling really big, and I was like, is she my aunt? we don't look alike, but she made me feel like she was like related to me. Like it was kind of weird, but then I remembered I was watching her Flosstube, and every single time she holds up something, like you never know, like if she's, you know, trying to see, or if she really like is excited about showing you something, because she'll smile so big when she's showing you something. I'll put her Flosstube ahead, but oh, she my auntie now. Hi auntie. So in a nutshell, everything was amazing. I had a wonderful time. My last lunch, Michelle, Shiloh, I still think about it. You know, when you know, you know. But it was so epic. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, the Canadian Kit Kat, try it. Try it. Yes, it is everything. And yes, there is a difference. And yes, it is worth it. So with that, I'm going to leave you with having a wonderful day. I appreciate you watching my video and spending time coming to visit with me during your day or your night. Recommends Carolyn Zook, Zook Stitch is on Flosstube and Facebook. Miss Jan Hicks, Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, Evertote. You guys are amazing. You are such amazing people to have the stamina to get through 2 weekends with us and our energy. I commend you all. Hannah, you're awesome. Daniel, will be forever friends. And I want to thank you all for your time. You have a great rest of your day.